Friday, June 18th, 2021. So I took the day off from work. I'm trying to get out of this job. It's just too much. The job's not hard. It's just you never really get out of there. The hours are you're basically there all day, and when they get behind, then you have to stay. Um, it just becomes too much. So I'm looking to get out of that. I just decided to take the day off today, and you know, I applied to a bunch of other jobs and stuff like that, but focused on trying to get my cybersecurity stuff and get that enhanced and stuff like that. I'm taking in a lot of information on LinkedIn as far as resumes and do we really even need resumes? It's more about networking online on LinkedIn, showing what you're doing, what you're studying, any certifications that you've gotten, anything that you've successfully done, say on TryHackMe. A lot of people share that stuff, what they're working on and stuff like that. And it comes to my understanding that that seems to be a little bit better as far as getting recruiters to notice you and stuff like that, as far as just some resume for things with jobs and stuff that you've done 10 years ago and all that kind of stuff. I actually had an interview for another thing I'm trying to get out of my field of manufacturing, warehousing, all that kind of stuff is, I've mentioned before, is it's just gotten exhausting. I've done most of it and stuff like that. There's just nowhere to go. There's never an up. It's always bring you into a new warehouse. This is what you'll be doing. It's just it's not even lateral. It's basically for me just setbacks and stuff. The same drama exists, just a new location. So I'm really trying to get out of that. Um, Somebody posted on LinkedIn the other day about they broke it down what you need to do and stuff like that to get into cybersecurity and stuff like that. Broke down the whole thing and doing that, and pretty insightful. So I took that in and stuff like that. The Network Plus certification for the N10007 that expired in March. I came across something today where the new one, I don't think it's really carved in stone, but the new one comes out in August. I saw on Amazon that there's a pre-order for a book of a author that normally does these type of books and stuff like that. The pre-order is $100. That's ridiculous. It's just, I mean, you come across that ridiculous stuff too, where you're trying to take advantage of situations, stuff like that. You got so many people trying to get in the industry, and you're looking at, okay, well, you want my book? It's $100 for pre-order. I ordered my Security Plus 601 version, which is the latest version, the SYO version. I ordered that today, and I'm supposed to be getting that tomorrow. So that was pretty nice to get that. That wasn't too expensive or anything like that. Full study guide. So I'll get that from a reputable author. I have his A plus book that I want to start getting into, and I'm coming across more and more where, like I said, that the Network Plus is about to expire, and there's a new version coming up. I was going to try and get that one in July, but I was kind of hesitant too, as far as, well, the new one's going to be coming out, and you can still take the certification and stuff, but then you got to take the new one. So you might as well just start fresh with the new one. The problem with a lot of these books is the outdated information, and even on the testing, I've mentioned before that a lot of the testing is outdated, way outdated for stuff as far as cabling, topologies, the physical hardware and stuff like that. And I understand, a lot of stuff now we're getting into multi-factor authorization. We're getting into cloud computing, AI, and stuff like that. Machine learning is a little more advanced and stuff. As far as cybersecurity and stuff like that, the big thing is IoT, which I still don't understand why people need a Bluetooth connected toaster or a internet connected, Wi-Fi connected coffee machine or anything like that. I just don't get the ridiculous of that stuff. A lot of stuff just needs to be handled basic. That kind of stuff just interferes with the network, and it's just ridiculous, I think, with a lot of the IoT stuff. But to each their own, I guess. So I wanted to jump on here and talk a little bit about that. I'm pretty excited about getting my book on tomorrow, and I'll be spending all day going through that kind of stuff. But again, with the job stuff and everything, It's what you're looking for and what you want to get into the job field and stuff like that. A lot of my experience in the work that I've done and stuff is been hands-on. You go to a job and they show you how to run a forklift, or they show you how to do this, or they show you how to do that, and then you go from there, and now you know how to do it. Same thing with truck driving, all that other kind of stuff, or CDL stuff and everything like that. Trucking companies, they help you get your CDL and stuff, and then you get hired on right out of truck driving school if you go to truck driving school, and you go from there. Technology doesn't seem to do that. I think they prefer to be outdated with the stuff. I see a lot of people getting their certifications online, past the A plus today, Network Plus today, Security Plus today, passed my penetration testing on Fortinet and stuff like that. So people are out there putting time in and stuff. And that's the other thing that killed me about this job was being there all day long. Eventually getting home at if they start mandating where you got to stay till 7. And by the time you get home and stuff, it's time for bed. It's time to go to work. Just too tired, and it's not excuses or anything. You just get exhausted. You just get so frustrated. It's like, what am I doing here? Um, yeah, it's not going anywhere. So I just decided to take the day off. I'm still a temp, so the temp agency guy that I've been working with, he sent me on an interview on Monday, and he asked me about my experience. I had my resume in front, and I went in there with the HR lady and the supervisor for the floor for the they have a line where they make machines and stuff like that. So the supervisor handles all that, and they came in, they asked me this, asked me that, and I told them what I did, my experience. I told them I ran my own inventory, I ran my own this, I trained people and stuff like that, did all this and stuff like that, and it spooked them. And so at the end of it, she kept looking at her watch, and stuff like that. So I got about 6 other people, and I think they were worried. And I've actually had a hiring manager tell me in the past where he's like, man, if you come in, you might take my job. That's ridiculous. A lot of these jobs I've noticed with supervisors, stuff like that, they just been with the company for a long time, and that's how they got it. Nobody else wants that. Nobody wants to deal with that stuff. So that's why they got it. So they just hand it to them and stuff. And I had mentioned that after the interview when I talked to the temp agency. I told him, I says, I think I spooked them. Well, he called me back and they said, yeah, they didn't select you. He goes, I honestly think that you did spook them. So that's just ridiculous. Companies are not really looking for people. They want all this experience. And the big thing that comes across on LinkedIn is what these job descriptions are for cybersecurity or entry level and stuff like that. And they're commenting on how ridiculous a lot of this stuff is, where they want entry level, but they want 5 years of this, and they want a bachelor's degree in computer science for 4 years and all this other kind of stuff. And they're all saying this is not entry level and stuff like that and all this stuff. So that's the big thing. And the thing with in my field of work that I've done, a lot of that is the same way. They've got all these job description of what they want you to do, and they're paying $10.50 an hour. And the other thing too is they want you to be forklift certified. Um, to do this, but they want you to do warehouse maintenance, and they want you, sometimes you have to make deliveries, or sometimes you have to do this, sometimes you have to do that, and sometimes you have to help with this and do that for what, 10, 15 an hour? For one thing, forklift certified is minimum $15 an hour, minimum, just for that certification. A lot of places aren't going to pay for that. That's ridiculous. And again, how are you looking for work and stuff like that? And again, this job here, I'm good at this place. Um, I had confrontations, a couple times. Just the other day, I got into it and told them, when they get behind and stuff like that with certain orders or something like that, they get close to the timeline where they can't meet the timeline for a lot of these orders to go out and stuff like that. The pickers bring the stuff up to me, and they're told, I was told to drop this off to you because they know it'll get it done in time. And I'm looking around, it's like, well, you got 2, 3 other people that have been here longer than me that are full time. I'm a temp. So that's the kind of situation too, and there's no appreciation and stuff like that. So I'm in the business of looking, and hopefully this temp agency can find me something. He's really trying to look for stuff to get me out of there, because there's been other complaints. He mentioned it to me before. He goes, yeah, he goes, you're not the first. and he said to me that there's been a few other people that they didn't like it there and they quit and stuff like that. It's not hard to understand. They beat you down, and that's mainly what it is with this line of work. It's just different location, same situation. But I'm pretty excited about getting my Security Plus book tomorrow, the new one. I originally wanted to get the Security Plus because I have a little more understanding of it, and I seem to pick up on that a lot. The Network Plus is very, very, very involved, and I saw a link on LinkedIn where somebody posted stuff where you can go to the testing, the company that does the testing. That's not CompTIA, but the company that does the testing and stuff like that. They had a link where you can pay, I think it's like $40 now for the current Network Plus, and it gives you hands-on for all the cabling, all the drop and hook, all the scenario stuff, all the copy paste stuff that goes to every scenario question possible that you can be coming across, setting up networks and troubleshooting this and all this other kind of stuff. And I wish I had found this months ago, but I was looking for other things and I had other setbacks I was going through that I didn't really look at. But I saved that now, and now I'll keep that. And maybe we'll see for the Network Plus 8 that maybe I'll go through that. But I come across a lot too where I see where which one's harder, the Network Plus one or the Security Plus one or the A Plus one, and they make comparisons and stuff like that. And it's I guess it's based on the individual and stuff like that. But a lot of times what keeps coming back is that the Network Plus one is a beast. Compared to the Security Plus, the Network Plus is the hard one. It's a beast with trying to get it. And I mentioned before that people that are passing or not passing the Network Plus one, there are a lot of things that are being set up as the scenario questions and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff. And they study hard and stuff like that. So, it's you got to be prepared. I understand these companies want to bring somebody in that are prepared, and they don't just want to throw somebody to wolves with their network and stuff like that. But again, it comes down to training, and I'm starting to see a lot of that more and more come across. Where why you're not training people, why are you not bringing them in and training them and stuff like that? Why are you not showing them? I mean, simple things that could come in and stuff like that. These warehouses that have the electronics and stuff like that for refurbishing and stuff like that, where all you do is just come in, simple stuff like that, where you can be doing stuff, um, testing hard drives or refurbishing laptops that they donate to schools or they donate to nursing homes or they donate to these organizations and stuff like that. For that kind of stuff, I mean that's hands-on A plus stuff right there. That's troubleshooting stuff and everything like that. I can do all that kind of stuff. But I'm on TryHackMe a lot now. I'm going through that kind of stuff to try to get everything through that. What I want to do over the weekend is there's a lot of information and stuff I want to start taking notes and go through all that stuff. And TryHackMe is a good site. A lot of people talk about that on there, and they spend a lot of time on there. They have a thing where you get badges and stuff. I think a lot of people are focused on getting these badges and posting that kind of stuff, and I'm not really in there. I'm not really there for the badges and stuff. I'm not really there to be doing. Some people have done it where I've done they post the stuff where I've done TryHackMe for 45 days in a row, 90 days in a row, and I got my badge today. And that's fine if that's your thing, but I'm there to get the material. I want to get the hands-on part of it and learning Linux and getting the hands-on stuff and learning the cryptology stuff and really getting the basics and the visual of all this kind of stuff and really absorb this and comprehend this stuff to get it in. I'm not worried about a badge. But again, to each their own. But I'll have a busy weekend. I'll be spending a lot of time today on TryHackMe. Tomorrow I'll get my book. I hope it's early. A lot of times, there was one time I got a book a couple years ago where they didn't deliver it till like 9:30 at night, and when you could track it where it's coming from and stuff like that. But the book was coming from a place that was 4 hours away. They said your book's been shipped. Okay, well my book was shipped at 11:30 in the morning. Now, I don't expect them to just take the book. I understand they don't have to just leave there and bring it right to me right away. And I understand that these Amazon people are, my understanding, they're overworked and they got a lot of deliveries and stuff like that. But the book was shipped at 11:30 in the morning. You're not showing up till 9 o'clock at night here. You're 4 hours away. Where are you sending this guy? Are you sending him to Georgia and stuff like that to come down here? And uh, I don't know. Hopefully, I get it early to where I don't lose a day getting into it, go through it, highlight it and stuff, and try to go through that. And like I said, the new Network Plus expired, or the old Network Plus expired in March of this year. So I think I'm going to hold off on that now and get into this Security Plus one. Try to go back and forth between the A Plus one and the Security Plus one and go from there. And we'll see what happens. But, subscribe to my channel if you watch my videos and, try to help me out here. Try to get some subscribers, try to get some views up and stuff like that. And, I'll be able to do more and more on YouTube if I can get more subscribers and get more viewers and stuff like that. We'll go from there. So enjoy your weekend and stay safe online.